Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and we're gonna continue with some more Eternal gameplay. Today we're gonna showcase Poppy Taric, which I was looking back in my videos and I haven't showcased this deck at all year, and it has started coming back in popularity in Eternal just because he has some very good matchup against a lot of these slower control decks, whether it's like Shadow Owl versions or like Ionia, like Karma Sett, Seraphim Sett. This deck can do well versus them because the multiple rallies can be really difficult for those decks to deal with. It's really weak into like Noxus decks, aggro or control because of Disintegrate and Flux, but it's really good against this other type of control decks, and that's what makes this deck kind of always pop up again in Eternal Mana. If you're not familiar with this deck, the whole game plan here is that when you put your Golden Aegis on your Taric, the Taric, when he attacks, will duplicate that Golden Aegis and let you attack again. So you pretty much get to attack twice with one Golden Aegis, or if you have the attack token originally, then you're going to get to attack 3 times in a single turn, which lets you quickly level up your Taric or your Poppy and just put way too much pressure into the opponent that they cannot deal with you anymore. So hope you enjoy the game. It's coming up soon. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. Enjoy the game. In this match, we're going against Karma Sett, and this matchup is actually very hard for us because they have stuns and they also have deny to stop my rally plays, right? I still think I want to look for my champions, although the Esmo is very tempting. The Esmos is very tempting. Like, this whole hand is actually usually good. I still think I want to look for my champions, though. I think I need to have Poppy and Taric for us to have a chance. We have Poppy. The Relentless Pursuit again still gets kind of screwed over. I would love to play this Broadwind. You know what? Let's play it. If the opponent wants to play Aftershock here, I'm okay with that. Oh, wow. So we just got punished by the opponent top decking Gacha. Okay, it's okay. You know, I was willing to lose to the Aftershock because it means one less Aftershock for the Poppy. I just didn't expect the opponent to just have the gacha randomly in their hand. So that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So this means that this opponent is probably playing the Sunken Temple version then. If they are playing that. Here's the problem with Poppy, right? She's gonna die to Mystic plus... Like, I guess the opponent has to have double the spells, right? They have to have double the spells to be able to kill her. That's the Aftershock. So now you still have to have a second spell. And if they have the second spell, I guess technically they don't need to do anything right now, right? Because I cannot attack into the opponent. Because they have this. I mean, they have the second spell anyways, right? So they have the second spell anyways, but by us taking the spells out of their hand, it makes it so that the second Poppy has a better chance of landing. Of course, the opponent can just play Sett here. Alright, at least I agree with the opponent's play there. I think you always play Sett, right? Okay. Let's go here. It's gonna hit the Poppy, and we're gonna have Pell Cascade as well. The opponent's gonna have to have 3 more spells, or needs to have the stun. They need to have the stun here, or they need to have another Aftershock into Mystic. Okay, so they have the stun. Here's the problem with the stun, is that I still get value from going like this. Because this is getting buffed up twice.
Away with you.
And
Is it time?
I'm tempted to rally here. I'm very tempted to rally here, but I think it's better for us to wait until Poppy can attack with us. Force the opponent to have the recall or something. The recall, another stun. There's a lot of good outs that the opponent has, right? The thing is that they have to deal with Poppy before I open attack. This can actually kill the Karma once he gets buffed up by the Esmos. Let's see if the opponent gets greedy. I have a hunch that the opponent is playing Sunken Temple. I don't think you play Gacha unless you're playing Sunken Temple. So I don't think you play Gacha unless you're playing Sunken Temple. So I'm gonna assume that you're playing Sunken Temple and pick this Destruction. He's not allowed to do anything else, because if they do, we just rally. So that they're not, if they play Sunken Temple here, they just lose the game, right? I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass because I can threaten the Karma here anyways. And the opponent has not good value anywhere else. Yeah, so we can threaten the Karma. Poppy buffs everything up. We still have a Pel Cascade. We still have a bunch of rallies. Once the opponent taps out of like enough mana, we can rally. I guess we don't get to threaten the Karma because the opponent just happens to find the barrier. But if they, I guess they can block the I-bets now, right? They can block the I-bets. They're still not allowed to tap out of the 5 mana, so we can actually threaten both rallies here. Yeah, so we can start like this. Opponent has to deny or recall the Poppy. They go deny, and we have the second rally now.
Reconsider.
So we can go here. Should I put this on Poppy? Like, I probably should just Pelkas. I'm thinking if I should put this rally on the Poppy instead, but I guess what I can do is that I can actually buff the Poppy here to make sure that she's not too vulnerable to the opponent's stuff.
Your attack is obvious.
Right? So we can go like this, and I am down to also Pel Cascade. Just get the draw right now. We get Horasi, so next time we can go Horasi into like Esmas. Opponent loses their Karma. We technically have a way to deal with the set. Opponent has to be the one to do something to Poppy here. They could have access to the 5 mana spell that deals 4. They could also just recall the Poppy and restart. If they don't kill Poppy here, they just lose because Poppy will level up. And the funny thing is that they have to act first. We can play Taric. We can play Taric. Like, they have to act first. They have to try to kill this Poppy. But if they do, I can just play Taric and second Poppy. Or I can just play Esmus. Five mana. Sure, I can just play Horasi, is what I meant to say, not Esmus. I'm gonna go like this. If the opponent has Sett... Okay, well, the opponent just loses the game, right? Poppy levels up, so I'm like literally just completely chilling. Yeah, we just go like this. Probably actually... I want to buff the Poppy. I guess I want to buff the Poppy. Let's just buff the Poppy. The opponent has to deal with the Poppy anyways. So Poppy levels up. This gets +2. And then everything gets +2. We have all these impacts. And yeah, this is 13. Actually, this is lethal by itself. Opponent has to deal with both units, and because the Poppy's already leveled up, I can just summon another Poppy and still be fine, right? That's the threat of the rally, that if you get 2 rallies, like we had that game, opponent can only deny 1 usually, because they cannot afford to save 8 mana. Because if they just save 8 mana the whole game, they just lose, right? So at most, they can only stop 1 rally, and then you just get to beat them with your second rally. So GG's. In this match, we're good against Draven and Vi. So they have a lot of removal, right? They do have a lot of removal. We could go like I kind of like this curve. I don't have the Taric, but the Challenger is so good for us to be able to stop like the Draven and whatever they want to do. And then we also have Poppy, right? The Poppy's probably going to just die, though, unless we get a form-up. Because there's not going to be any way for us to save that Poppy. Yeah, because we can go Pioneer. Give the Pioneer the Lodestone. Buff this up, which also buffs the Pioneer. And we're chilling. Yeah. Okay, so obviously it's not this 2. The problem with Explorer's Blunder is that the opponent is usually putting Overwhelm through the Might, and this doesn't do anything against that. So I think it has to be the refreshments, right? It has to be the refreshments. It also helps me heal up my own units, which is nice. And we get to kill one of these ballistic bots now, right? With the Pioneer. Yeah, so we get to kill one of the ballistic bots with the Pioneer. I don't think opponent played around us having the equipment. So we get to go like this. If the opponent taps out of blowback, we can play Poppy, right? So we can play Poppy and just open a tap with Poppy first. So I think we pass. I think we pass first. Let's have the opponent make the misplay, and then they'll make the misplay, right? So they correctly don't do the bad thing. At this point, because the opponent decided not to tap out of blowback or get excited, I'm assuming that they have it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just play my Broadwind plus Esmus and just challenge the whole board away. Next turn, opponent's gonna want to play the new dragon, right? So next turn, the opponent's gonna want to play the new dragon to kill my Esmus. So what we need to do is buff the Esmus now with the Pioneer and just sacrifice another unit. The other option is that we can go ahead and play the second Lodestone and just attack after. If I play the second Lodestone, I'm still chilling. Let's play second Lodestone. Let's force the opponent to use the removal right now if they have it. Okay, they don't have removal, so this is already safe, so I don't technically need to buff it. I could technically save this guy and just go like this, but then this is gonna be vulnerable to the opponent's other thing later, so maybe we just go like this instead and just get the opponent down to 1. Let's go like this. I'm willing to give up my Broadwind because again the opponent's gonna want to play the Fire Spitter in my opinion next turn. So if opponent's playing Fire Spitter next turn, I don't mind them, like I don't want to give them any good targets for the Fire Spitter. So I don't want to leave my Scholarly Pioneer at 2 HP. I'm surprised that the opponent didn't block here, but I guess, yeah, okay, well, the Vi is okay. The Might on her is kind of annoying, but again, it kind of enables our Poppy. Poppy doesn't die to a blowback anymore. So the opponent's going to have Might here. Might here, they challenge here. There's no way, if they challenge here, they lose her, right? So they have to challenge one of these two. If we play Poppy, we lose the Poppy right here. So, maybe we just go like this. Maybe we just go like this so that we can block the Kato. If the opponent goes for the Kato here, we can block the Kato. If they don't kill the Pioneer, they're gonna just get killed by the Pioneer next time. Yeah, so they get killed by the Pioneer next turn because the Pioneer gets buffed by the Abex, right? So the Pioneer is gonna get buffed by the Abex. We can also just put this on Poppy now, so Poppy can also survive. So now we can easily just go... That would have been a nice Taric to have last time, not right now. We can go like this. I guess opponent could have like a Whirling Death if they wanted to. They could have a second Vi. They have to kind of be worried about these Golden Ages. Let's play Taric. Let's play Taric and threaten the thing next turn, right? We can also leave this behind so that we can potentially play Horaci if we need to. Whippel Cascade on our hand. Yeah, alright. So, opponent doesn't have enough to do anything else, and we just win the game because I think they know that we're gonna have our champions already in the field. right? So that we can do whatever we want. They even couldn't even push any damage last time because we had our big challenger unit that the opponent had to worry about. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Karma and Thresh, which means, I mean, I have to be worried I have to worry about the deny that they play in Ioria, but aside from that, I don't know. I guess the removal, that would be a good reason for us to have the form up. I don't have either of my champions, so I might just mulligan anyways, because I want to see Poppy or Taric, right? This is a deck that really wants to see its champions, right? So I think I'm down to just hard mulligan. Let's go Broadwind into Esmus. I'd much rather the Esmus hits one of these two units, right? Maybe the opponent wants to block here. No? Okay, cool. I mean, it makes sense not to block, right? Who am I kidding? Question is, do we go Poppy or Taric? It might depend. It honestly might depend on whichever one gets hit by the shine. We might just go whichever one gets hit by the shine is the one that we go for. Opponent gets a Gohar. If the opponent plays another spell that gets 2 out of the dragons, sure. I could have saved it, but I think I'd rather just keep this Poppy alive. Like, I'd rather have the form up for the Poppy, right? Maybe we go for Taric now. I think it has to be Poppy, though. I think it has to be Poppy, even if I have to play the form up to stop against the Soul Harvest, right? Where did we miss? I guess what the opponent's trying to do here is make it so that I have to... If I Lodestone, I still survive against the attack, but then I'm losing to another Gohar. If I just attack here first with the form up, I can go like this. Keep this alive. Opponent can attack me here, but they cannot just kill me by well. Because the problem is that if I just go for the Lodestone, it's not enough to save the Poppy against the Gohar that might follow up. Yep. So I think that's why it was important for me to go to the form up instead. Now the opponent gets to just heal a bunch, but the opponent's kind of short on cards. Like they're gonna need to have quite a few things to actually be able to kill us here. Okay, well that helps. That does help them out because they can kill this Poppy now. Do we let the Poppy die and just play for the Taric win condition now? There's no way for me to say Poppy unless I literally play for the Dark Ages. I think I have to just let her die and just play for the Taric. The problem is that the Thresh is not going to be at 3, right? So he's going to be at 3. We can put the Lodestone here. The opponent has access to pack your bags at this point, right? This is the third. That was the third one. So pack your bags is able to kill the Fleet Feather Tracker regardless of what we do. I'm gonna go here and let the opponent do whatever they want. Nah, it's just gonna be a Benjas. Okay, well, yeah, that things look a little bit more difficult, right? I can easily kill this guy, right, with my Fleet Feather. And if we play second Lodestone here, it's not enough to save it. It's not enough to save it, but at least it's enough to start buffing this up. So it's not enough to save the Fleet Feather, but we can go ahead and just play for the Horasi. We're still in a decent position if we draw either one of our champions. Not in a decent position here, though. The Horasi with Spell Shield is also not bad. Let's go here first, see if the opponent does anything. Like if they go pack right now, that's okay with me, right? And I think that's what they have in there, right? They have pack your bags in their hand, and that's why they hesitated. The problem is that pack your bags doesn't kill this Horasi, so we get to just attack for 7. And I might honestly just not put the Horasi equipment because I probably want to play Horasi again next turn, because we can go Horasi into Relentless Pursuit. Okay, they're gonna start building for another Gohar. The problem is that it's gonna take them a while to really get there. So that's 1. Opponent gets the Dragonlings. If they attack, we can rally. Let's go like this. Second Gohar, okay. The idea here is that we want to put the opponent into pressure, right? Because they don't have the Dragon Wings right now. So they have to be concerned about defending here. That's they need 2 more Gohars to be able to get there. We can go like this, get this back up to 7. Opponent, if opponent doesn't block, I mean, opponent has to spend another spell to get the Dragon Links anyways. Okay, maybe it's just gonna be Karma then. We're doing well. Okay, so they want to get the Dragon Links here. We do have these Sojourners, right? So it allows me to actually buff everything even more. Because the opponent hasn't been able to... Does it make more sense for me to go like this and then do it the opposite way? I think I like this. I think I like this. This is lethal anyways. I guess opponent has to block here, and then we just go Golden Ages and see what happens. That way we can then buff the Sojourners to 9 and also buff the rest. I guess opponent can have a Ruination here. If they have a Ruination, I'll take it. Deny. Okay, we have another one next turn. And opponent still has to play double Gohar before they can get to pack your backs. Place your bets. Gives them enough to play the pack your backs, right? So if they get 2 Gohars here, no, that's not enough. So we go like this, they tap out Deny, so then we just win the game. Opponent has no blockers here that could stop this, and like, that's the problem with Gohar and why Gohar is not that great sometimes. It just clogs up your decks too much, and after you play the first pack your backs, it's difficult to get to that second one, so GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Teemo and Elise. The aggro decks are really bad for us. Like, really bad for us. As much as I like the Sojourners, I think she comes on too late in this matchup. We need to kind of have blockers and stuff to really get value here, right? Like, we need to put pressure into the opponent and not just let them attack into us non-stop. So, I like the idea of going I-bets into Tiari here. Because the Tiari is going to get buffed up to 3. With their I-bets, and we can kind of put some pressure into the opponent. Like, we kind of need to race them down, right? We can always go Pioneer. Yeah, so like the opponent goes like this, but they cannot... I guess they can technically block here if they wanted to and save 2 damage, but I guess they will. They're gonna go for it. They're gonna save the 2 damage. They are gonna push forward next turn. What that means though is that now my Pioneer can kill the Elise with no problem. Do I want to go Taric or do I just go Broadwind? Actually go Broadwind right now, I guess, right? Because we need to kill the rookie. We don't want the rookie to attack twice. So, yeah, we go here. And we go here. So then this changes things now, right? Because I can only play 1 more unit next turn, and I think it has to be Taric, so that I have a fearsome blocker. Yeah, so I need to play Taric so that I have a fearsome blocker. He also still lets me kill the Elise. Unless the opponent has like removal for this guy. So let's go Taric. That gives me the fearsome blocker. We have 2 cards that can support each other. Okay, so because opponent is going like this, I don't think it really matters. I guess we still have to pull this, right? So we probably want to buff this up here. And we probably want to buff here, so maybe we go like this, but then that means that this thing is gonna die. The other, I mean, it dies anyways, just because... Yeah, there's no way for us to save the Tiari. And I think I value the Challenger more than I value the Tiari. I guess we could go... Yeah, there's no way to save her. Yeah, that's not what to save her. So let's just go like this. Opponent can block with the 3-2 on the Tiari. Block with the other 2. So the reason that it's still worth it to attack is because it levels up our... it starts leveling up our Taric, right? We do need to also kill the Elise anyway, so I think it's still worth it. The double Pioneer lets me heal up, so I think we kind of stabilize at this point, if I'm being honest. We have a Fearsome blocker, we have healing, and we're going to have this Sojourner's next turn to just get us a ton of value. Yeah, so that we can go Broadwind, Pioneer. That could actually be a punish now. Because what's gonna happen is that if the opponent has the 0-mana spell to copy this. Okay, they don't. Alright. If they have a way to kill Taric, I'm okay with this. Okay, they don't have a way to kill Taric. So then we play Sojourners and clear their whole board. Opponent's gonna have another blocker here.
You're Taric, the protector.
Climb well, and good luck on your journey.
So we can challenge, and then buff the rest of my board. I don't hate it. And then we're gonna have a bunch of Fearsome blockers for the rest of the game.
I pull the strings.
Yeah, so we go challenge, and we go the rest of this go like this. Because we don't care about the help on these units. We just want to like get the chain from the Sojourners, but we don't have any other support allies except for Taric and Sojourner, so we just get the chain here. Get these guys to heal each other up a little bit, right? Because the I-Bets kind of heals my Taric up by giving it +1/+1 this round. And yeah, at this point we just play the refreshments, right? And kind of just stop the opponent's game plan. Yeah, so we just play refreshments here. Stop the opponent's game plan, whatever it is that they're trying to do. We play another Pioneer, play refreshments again. And at this point, the opponent's just living because I don't have the rally, right? What I can do is play Pioneer and have the refreshments to trigger our Pell Cascade and get the double draw from here. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to do this now. I don't want the opponent to pass on us, and then I have to develop this next turn, right? So I don't want the opponent to have to pass to us and us having to develop next turn. I want to just open attack, because I want to play around the opponent having another of those 3/2 that summons the 2 ephemeral units. So the open attack is always going to be better. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Teemo Fizz. Is it just going to be elusive aggression here, I guess? So maybe we do want to go for this for this Fleet for the Tracker. Just so that we can challenge the opponent. We end up getting the Poppy anyways. Usually I'm a fan of mulliganing for my champions. But if this is going to be just elusive aggression, then I probably do want to have some ways to challenge. And we end up getting rewarded and get both champions anyways. Yeah, so there we go. Opponent could technically have, like, I guess, like a make it rain here to kill this Fleet for the Tracker. This is a crazy curve, right? Because now we can go Taric into Sojourners. Pioneer, Taric, Sojourners. Opponent gets a Gizmo. Let's just kill Fizz. Every single time we kill Fizz, right? If they want to kill this, if they want to sacrifice the Traveler, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, this... I guess we can go Poppy, right? Because we have the attack token on 4, so we can go Poppy instead of Taric next time, because we don't have anything to help with the Taric. Yeah, we'll just go like this. I'm gonna assume that this is gonna be... I guess the Plunder is also pretty good. I have the Elusives. I'm assuming they don't have any equipment. I'm gonna just go for the heal. I'm assuming that this is a Reveler's Feast deck, maybe. So maybe I should actually pick the equipment, right? What am I thinking? If we think that this is a Reveler's Feast, then we should have picked the equipment, the Landmark Destruction. I forgot the fact that the opponent is playing 1-drops here, and he's playing Gizmo, tells me that they have a lot of 1-drops that they want to play, right? So they have a lot of 1-drops that they want to play. Oh, that's actually a good draw for them. I guess they're a card. But they're not gonna have a way to deal with this Poppy. Yeah, it had to be the Landmark Destruction. I completely forgot about the Reverse Flow. I don't know why I say Reverse Feast. Reverse Flow. It's not the right rally.
Another day in the field.
It's not the right rally, I guess.
They'll never know what hit them.
Yeah, it's technically not the right rally, right? And then we go Taric, go Sojourners, and opponent's gonna be in trouble. And we have challengers to kill their units. Taxmaster, okay, so they have a bunch of it is a reverse roll deck. It's just that the opponent hasn't drawn it yet. I think we just go Sojourners, right? It's just putting so much pressure into the opponent, making all my units so big.
Climb well, and good luck on your journey.
Siren Son too? Oh my goodness. Alright, so one of these guys is gonna die to the Teemo no matter what, right? So I think we go like this. And maybe we go like this. Maybe we go like this and just buff everything up. Sure. I guess now I'm losing here to a Mystic Shot, and it's gonna stop the Poppy from leveling up. Like, I have to kill that Teemo, and I'm assuming that this guy's gonna die no matter which one he drags. I can now save both challengers. This can now die to a Mystic Shot or anything else, which is gonna stop the Poppy from leveling up. I could always heal her with the refreshments first. If the opponent doesn't kill this right away, they might think that they don't need to. Yeah, they might go ahead and not deal with the Poppy, so we can go Poppy into rally and just win the game here. This targets the Taric, right? So yeah, let's go like this. Go here. And now the opponent only has one action to survive. They need to have 2 spells to kill the Poppy now. Opponent's nice. They let us level up our thing, right? Opponent's so very nice. Opponent's so very nice. Yeah, let's go like this. And let's go here. And that's the game. Poppy levels up. Buffs so my units by +2/+2. Sojourners buffs them further ahead by +2/+2 again. And then Taric, and yeah. Like, they didn't surrender with the rally, but they surrendered once I attacked. GG's. In this match, we went against Poppy and Ziggs. So, an aggro deck, right? So, an aggro deck. What that means for us, by the way, is that the opponent doesn't have like a lot of good ways to deal with our champions aside from them having access to Fervor. What I will do here is that I'm just gonna go Browin into Tiari and then Poppy on turn 4, right? Or, you know, and then Taric after that, etc, etc. Or we can even go Taric on turn 4 because Taric is probably a better blocker and the opponent is attacking on turn 4. So yeah, probably better to go Taric on turn 4 and then Poppy on turn 5 because the Poppy cannot block as efficiently as the Taric. But again, we just go Browin here, then we go Tiari, and the opponent will not be able to develop anything. I guess the opponent will get to do this. That's actually really annoying. That's really annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna go like this. You can push the 7. That's really, really annoying. I guess maybe we just go double Browin at this point and just kill both units. Maybe that's correct. Because if I go like this, it's still not enough to yeah, I think I like the double Browin. This is too vulnerable to dying to anything, right? And we just go here. I guess I forgot that this doesn't get challenger just yet, right? So I'm gonna have to still deal with this pigeon next time. Pokey stick. I'm getting blown out here, right? I guess again the Taric helps us out. So the Taric helps us out at kind of blocking. We're still gonna take 4 more damage here plus whatever the opponent summons. And if the opponent summons a Poppy, I'm just done, right? They're hitting the chimes on the right spot every time. Okay. I still take way too much damage. Way too much damage. I guess we can block 4, 7, 9. We're going to 4 and lose to a decimate.
Okay, ready. I'll do better this time.
Yeah, I mean, that has to be the play, right?
No further.
We're going to 4, lose to a decimate. Don't lose to a fervor just yet. The Taric is, I guess, vulnerable. We can't really deal with this pigeon. I guess we kind of can, though. We can go Esmus, Tiari, Ibex. They have the Destiny, so GG's. Yeah, I mean, aggro is aggro, right? Especially in Eternal. So, hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoy those games of Poppy Taric. I think, like I said, it showcases the power of this deck against the slower type of decks, like you kind of saw us against the Karma Sett player. And even though they do have deny and do have stuns and recalls, eventually you're just able to kind of get through all of that when you're able to get like your double rally, right? And which the opponent couldn't really do anything about. And that's kind of what makes the power of this deck really strong, especially when you add also the lodestone as a potential way to have a unit that has spell shield that lets you attack with a lot of value into the opponent. Because again, spell shield and the Horaci buffing up your Esmos or any one of your other units ends up being really, really clutch as well. So even when you get to like this late game scenario, this deck still has ways to just finish the game against the opponent. But anyways, very straightforward deck. Again, it's all about trying to get this combo off, right? And the champions in this deck are the most important part of the deck. So most of the time, I will hard mulligan for Poppy and Taric. The only times that I will not do that is if I'm going against like a really aggressive deck, like if I'm going against an elusive deck, as you saw into that first Teemo before I realized that it was a reverse road deck. I wanted to keep my Fleet for the Tracker so that I can challenge their Teemo or their Fizz early on, which ended up being exactly what happened. Otherwise, keeping anything else is a mistake because you want to look for Poppy and Taric, right? You want to look for these champions. Once you have them on the field, if either of them levels up, you pretty much just win the game. And if you get Taric with the rally or Poppy just leveling up, like again, it's impossible for them to deal with. The strategy is going to be like that, right? It is a mid-range deck, so you're going to just kind of play early units on, then on turn 4 play Poppy or Taric, then on turn 5 you can play the Sojourners, or you can try to look for a rally if you have Taric on the field with something that's powerful already. Like sometimes using an early rally is not a bad thing if you know that it's going to put too much pressure into the opponent, right? But most of the time you're probably going to play Sojourner first and then rally like on the next turn. Once you have a little bit more units and your units are a little bit more powerful for the opponent to deal with, because the opponent is going to continue blocking throughout the whole game. So eventually they're going to run out of blockers, you rally, and your units have so much health between the Taric, the Esmos, the Tiari, the Lodestone, right, buffing them up, that the opponent's going to be losing other chump blockers, so that when you actually play your rally, you just get to kill the whole board. You just get to kill their nexus directly with these really, really big attacks, right? So that's kind of the strategy. You just play early units. Turns 1 through 4, you're just playing units. Turn 5 is when you start making the decisions between, okay, do I go for the second champion? Do I go for Sojourners? Or do I have to start looking into potentially being able to rally to put pressure into the opponent? But yeah. So that'll be it for us today. Hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also become a member and join our channel. That's one of the best ways to directly support us. You can do that by clicking on the join button next to the subscription button below, or checking out the direct link on the description. Either way, if you want to support us that way or just support us by subbing, I appreciate you no matter what. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then, and you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.